Hi everyone, are you ready to go on a tour? We're going to go behind that door right there to a room that's pretty special to me. And you have to forgive me, it's always a challenge for me to look at the camera and not look like that. So if I do that once in a while, please forgive me. Anyway, we're going to go behind the door in a minute. Yeah, it's just easier to close my eyes. That way I don't have to worry about it. Anyway, as we enter the room, you'll kind of see my Simpsons poster. Gosh, I think I bought that back in 2001. And my late great dear friend Tony Randall bought me that poster. Of course, I was watching Monty Python when I was in middle school, when I lived in Chicago, and that's the Ministry of Silly Walks, and I cherish that a lot. Now we're going to go behind this door. We'll open it up real quick and just kind of give you a real quick look. Ooh, special lighting, blue walls, kind of cool. We're going to reverse angle and continue the tour. All right, let's head in. And you should know that as I go through this door, this entire room, and let me just start out by showing you the entire room first. This entire room is surrounded by concrete on all sides. It's underneath the front porch of our house. So the running joke, of course, is the minute you see a dark cloud running here because you want to be safe, there could be a tornado, and of course we'll have a beer. It fits on so many different levels, of course, considering that I'm a meteorologist. Anyway, let me back up a little bit here and just show you when you first come in, we've got some kind of obligatory corny signs about beer. Got a nice White River sign there, a little bit of vintage going on. This is one side of my beer fridge where I've got some stickers, mostly from breweries I've actually visited. Occasionally there's a sticker on there of an actual beer, but generally the rule was the stickers are only on the fridge if I've actually visited the brewery. I've got a yeast type chart there. And I'll explain what these are. These are magnets with brewery stickers on them, whereas these are stuck right to the refrigerator. And I'll explain that here coming up in just a second as we go deeper into the tour. You notice right off the bat this very nice sign, which I lit specially. My good friend Jeremy made me that sign saying Ted's Tap Room. Bless his heart. I think he was making kitchen countertops, I believe, out of the wood, and he had some extra, and he carved that out for me. Very, very nice. Another corny sign. I believe I bought this, by the way, in COVID year 2000 when they were having an auction at SBC, and was it the Barrel? I think that was the name of the place that was next to SBC, where the distillery is now. Anyway, I thought that was kind of cool. I almost threw this poster away. My Austin Powers poster, thawing in spring '97. Wow, and you can kind of tell it's wrinkled because it wasn't stored very well. But then when I built this tap room, I'm like, man, I got to get that out of the tube it's in and put it in a frame, and there it is, and I just love it to death. Keep going down this way. This is another obligatory, the Multitude of Beer poster. Had this for many years. Finally got it hung up here. This is one of two areas where you can sit and sample beers. Got some sample glasses there. My son bought me that giant stein right there. You'll find this interesting. This is a Tom Dye thermometer when he was at Channel 10. Newsbeat 10. Isn't that crazy? The mercury, the actual sensor broke out of there, but that's kind of neat. I don't know where else to put it, actually, but I just wanted to make sure it was safe, so I put it there. Keller beer, we got some special beers up here. A Love Child. What number is that? Oh, I can't read it behind the Illinois Central car. Tank 7. B-Funk. That is a really good sour beer that was made by SBC, or is it 13 Funk? I can never remember, but anyway, that was a really good sour beer. It had some controversy with it. I don't think everybody liked it. I loved it personally. 10th anniversary SBC bottle. Paul Anders Salvatore beer. That's one of my favorite German beers, by the way. And of course, we'll zoom out a little bit more. Now, this is one display of two of beer cans. I collected these when I was in high school, and I either traded for them, bought them, or in many cases, I just walked around looking in ditches for these cans and taking them home. And got the old Frothing Sloth series there. I think there are more than just those 5. I don't recall anymore. There's some interesting beer cans in here. So I carried them around for all these years, and I finally put them behind some plexiglass so that they stay, relatively safe. Still got some work to do in the tap room. You can see the paint job stops here. That's the main shutoff for the house. I need to just kind of, put some 2x4s up on a wall around that and a little door just to make that look a little bit better. I plumbed this area. Of course, this was just a dark, dank, concrete walled, area. And so one of the things it didn't have is plumbing. This is right before PEX really became popular, so I sweat fit those hot and cold lines directly into the sink here. The sink someone was throwing away down the street. I just repurposed it and stuck it in the cabinets, which I think I got on sale at either Home Depot or Lowe's. Which brings me over here. A couple things going on. Now, I said I would come back to the beer stickers. So what's going on here is the refrigerator, which I'll show you more of in a second, went on the blink about a month ago. I had some repair guys come over, and they said the compressor was bad, and it'd be $1,000 to fix. The refrigerator is itself is as old as the Simpsons poster, like 2000, 2001. And I'm like, I don't know. But, I don't know what they did. They just kind of shook it up. They took an electronic tester to it, and it came back to life and is working. But it gave me a scare. So, long story short, what I'm doing is taking the actual stickers. Of course, you realize if the refrigerator is toast and it goes belly up, all the stickers I collected will go with the refrigerator. So I could cut the metal off the door, or I'm just taking each of these stickers and putting them on a magnetic strip so that no matter what fridge I have in the future, as long as it's made out of conductive metal, we're going to be okay. There's my holiday beer collection, Santa's Butt, Bad Elf, Lump of Coal. You get it. These are just collector items for the most part. Jägermeister serving container, breweries that I visited, Belmont in California. Barrel Fest over at 4x4, they didn't have one this year. Miss it. Bring it back. Some local breweries, some glasses. These usually are not, we usually don't drink out of these. They're just on display. Show Me Brewing. I sometimes get a beer from there. That is apple cider vinegar. That is cider. That's just water that is sanitized and sitting there for just until I need to use it. 20 anniversary SPC mug. This was a gift for when I sold Solar. Thank you, Emily. Another local brewery represented there. Wine. Got some Sea Quench there. Dogfish, of course, a wonderful brewery. Added this cabinet, and I have just kind of a simple electric burner on here now, but I'm going to get an induction burner for brewing in here. This is kind of cool. The home brewery, thank you, Todd. I kept some of your kits, and I'll just display those a little more properly here soon. Here's a Mother's collection right here. This was one of my favorites. I love this barley wine, Foggy Notion. They should just bring that back for the name alone. Shot glass collection. Not too many. Haven't filled it up. But here's the second set of beer cans right here. This right here is a Drury's with a Mountie on it that was found in a garbage heap, basically. Bicentennial beer cans along the bottom here. Falstaff, Schmidt's. And Schmidt was famous. I don't know if they still are, but this was many years ago. They had like 20-some cans with different animal outdoors, pictures on the cans. You could collect all of them. I never did get all of them. I have one left. I think I traded them away. This is the second seating area for sampling beer. Got a little whiteboard here where I've got some project. I have to stain the grout on the floor here. It's gotten a little dirty. What's on tap right now. Here are many more beer stickers of places that I've been. And that also wraps around to the refrigerator here in the front. Okay. Again, I inherited this refrigerator. That was our main refrigerator back in the early 2000s. I got 3 taps. I can store 5-gallon containers right in here along with the CO2 tank. We've gotten a lot of food in this fridge right now because speaking of refrigerators going on the fritz, our main one upstairs did. So a lot of the food, it's the holidays, so we're kind of panicking a little bit, but a lot of the food went in the fridge here. Got some frosted mugs, way too many for any one human to have. They get used at parties a lot of times, but that's about it. So anyway, and also I wanted to mention in this entire room, I repurposed these lights here. These were in a different room. I just went tie-dye crazy, bought some spray paint over at Menards for $4 a can and just went crazy with the outside of those lights. And I got my decorative lights up there that it's on a Christmas theme right now. I can change that to anything I want pretty much. Got some portable beer. You know, when I go take beers somewhere else, this is really, really handy. That's my sanitation tank when I brew beer. So, by the way, this video has nothing to do with actually brewing beer or the process of doing it. You probably noticed there's a real lack of equipment in this room. It's being stored somewhere else. This is a room for show, and it's also a practical beer brewing room. But I will say, a lot of times when I brew beer, I'm outside. So this room has yet to be really tested as an indoor brewing facility. I think it'll work just fine. I just haven't done it yet, but we're getting really, really close. I've drank a lot of beer here, but haven't brewed any in here yet. And then the last thing I'll show you, and this is kind of cool, is that this is an unheated space until you put electric heating in the floor. So that little thermostat right there has thermometer sensors. So I've got electric coils under the floor. I've often found that your feet get cold, and if you have a party or something, usually the room warms up just because of the people, but your feet are always the thing that stay pretty chilly. So that's how I chose to kind of condition this room. It doesn't have air conditioning, but I've never noticed it gets all that hot down here anyway. Anyway, so that is Ted's Tap Room. I hope you enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it immensely. I've worked on it, pretty hard, and we will see you in the next video. Happy holidays, everyone.